Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
You are watching 7 at 7, powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the largest news team in Nevada.
We are getting some answers behind the recent layoffs enacted by Cirque du Soleil. Thank you so much for joining us on 7 at 7 this morning. I'm Cynthia Puga. Starting off with your top stories, a woman was found dead after a house party in the Northwest Valley this weekend. According to Metro Police, they received a call Sunday afternoon by someone that said they had found a body in one of the bedrooms. Now, this happened on the 2100 block of NACO Court after residents of the home had hosted a party the night before. Police say residents did not know the person. Police identified her as a 20-year-old woman and say she suffered gunshot wounds. No further details were available on her death. We'll keep you updated as soon as we receive more information. Police are investigating a possible murder-suicide after a man and a woman were found dead in a North Las Vegas home on Saturday. According to a news release, the North Las Vegas Fire Department was responding to reports of a fire at the home on the 3100 block of Bartlett Avenue that evening. The fire department called for police assistance after finding a dead woman and a man with life-threatening injuries. The report says the man was later pronounced dead after he was taken to UMC Trauma Center. No further information was made available. In your 7 at 7 lifestyle news, sponsored by Palms Casino Resort, your Vegas to California connection. A 96-year-old Las Vegas resident shares her story of overcoming segregation while advancing in education. Our Review Journal's Anaya Collins tells us more.
Laurel Guyton is one of 17 children who grew up attending segregated schools. She recently shared with the Review Journal her story of overcoming adversity.
I had really enjoyed being part of a big family.
The granddaughter of a former slave, Guyton lived on an Arkansas farm without running water and electricity. To attend high school, she had to leave her town and stay with relatives.
We only had up to 8th grade in our school, so when you finished 8th grade, you couldn't go to high school. We didn't have a high school for the black population, and we couldn't go to the white one, so separate and unequal. Yeah. So to speak.
Guyton went on to earn a master's degree and a PhD before embarking on a long career as a teacher and professor. She joined the civil rights movement, participating in sit-ins and local marches.
When the sit-ins came, we rallied to it and, making things better.
Guyton's story reminds us that where you come from does not dictate your future.
Let's move on to your weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. Mostly sunny skies to start off your work week with some afternoon winds. Temperatures in the 50s this morning, going into the 60s by 12 p.m. with a high around 67 degrees. Temperatures will remain above average throughout the week. Mainly sunny skies with light winds, staying in the 60s range until Wednesday, then increasing into the 70s for Thursday and this weekend. You can expect overnight lows in the 40s and 50s.
Sports brought to you by PT's Taverns. With over 65 locations, there's a PT's near you. Visit ptstaverns.com. It's Heidi Fang here, and both UNLV basketball teams are bringing home wins. It came down to the wire for the Runnin' Rebels in their 52-51 victory over Fresno State. In their lowest scoring game of the season, they scored just 2 points in the final 8 minutes. Popinjay denied Zayon Collins in the paint to secure their third straight W. And the Lady Rebels brought their winning streak up to 5 with the 64-50 road win over the Wolfpack. They remain on top of the Mountain West Conference. Vegas Nation brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. In Vegas Nation's latest mock draft of the offseason, the Raiders add to their defensive line. Sports columnist Adam Hill lists Michigan defensive tackle Mason Graham as going to the Raiders with the 6th overall pick. Graham had 24 solo tackles and 3.5 sacks with the Wolverines last season. The team does have some pending contract situations on the interior of the defensive line. Adam Butler and John Jenkins are set to be unrestricted free agents. Find the full mock draft on vegasnation.com.
In your business news, brought to you by G-Bank, your best banking experience ever. Southwest Airlines kicked off its first overnight red-eye flights with a party at one of its gates at Harry Reid International Airport. In addition to launching the first overnight flights from Las Vegas to Baltimore and Orlando on Thursday, the airline flew its first nonstop flight from Las Vegas to Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. Also, a new commercial agreement between Southwest and Iceland Air took effect. Eventually, that means Southwest customers will be able to book flights to Europe on Southwest's website via Baltimore-Washington International Airport. The initial Las Vegas red-eye flights were among 5 that began Thursday. That'll grow to 33 by June.
Sports betting brought to you by Las Vegas Pipe Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. After William Byron scored his second straight Daytona 500 win Sunday night, BetMGM has numbers posted for the winner of the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series title. Byron is a plus 600 third favorite to capture his first series championship. Kyle Larson is tied as a plus 550 favorite to win the Bill France Cup with Christopher Bell of Joe Gibbs Racing. Ryan Blaney is plus 700 to win his second championship in 3 years, with 2311 racing driver Tyler Reddick rounding out the top 5 at plus 800 odds.
Let's get into your entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Trolleys has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to arizonatrolleys.com to see who's playing. The chief revenue officer for Cirque du Soleil is shedding some light on why the company recently laid off more than 100 employees. LVRJ entertainment columnist John Katsalamides explains.
To hear Mike Newquist tell it, Cirque du Soleil's future is as bright as the company's sunburst logo. This is even in the face of more than 100 layoffs that the company has recently enacted across all of its divisions. Newquist told me that the tickets are selling fine for Cirque du Soleil internationally and in Las Vegas. The problem is expenses. We're talking about travel, we're talking about operation expenses in a world where everything, including room rates, travel costs, and even eggs, are going up in price.
In health news, brought to you by Centerwell Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. A new medical school is opening in Las Vegas in an attempt to help fix the physician shortage in Nevada. Roseman University of Health Sciences is launching a 4-year Doctor of Medicine program. The college will start taking applications in March and start a charter class of 60 students in July on its Summerlin campus. The school has invested well over $100 million into developing the MD program, which included purchasing buildings with classrooms, group learning space, an anatomy lab, and a simulation facility, as well as hiring and personnel costs. That's been your 7 at 7 a.m. news update. You can hit that subscribe button to get alerts when we post our breaking news and 7 at 7 newscasts. You can also watch us on other streaming platforms like Apple TV and Roku. Tune in tonight for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Knock the Injury Law.